Everybody, what's up? This is Reese here from C Manga, and welcome to my review of Area D Chapter 74, Prisoners Counterattack 3. So yeah, last week, Prisoners Counterattack 2, obviously Jin and Kakuta, they snuck their way through the many floors of Ubermersh. Kakuta pretended to be an altered and he's captured Jin. So yeah, they obviously made their way up to the office where they thought Owl Eyes was, but thing is, they didn't really find him. They found this new enemy, some different guy awaiting them. This guy, I swear, in the last two chapters they have not even said his name. I honestly have no idea what it is. But yeah, his powers, at first I thought they seemed a hell of a lot like Gambit from X-Men, especially seeing as how like he threw that clipboard at Kikuya, the next thing his arm burst into flames. So I was thinking like, okay, he can like make anything he touches explode. But yeah, obviously this chapter now, it was kind of explained a bit more as to what the hell his powers was. A little bit confusing as to like the whole nature of them, but it makes sense in the context. So yeah, obviously straight away Jin, he kind of like obviously like doused the flames out from Kakuta's arms using his jacket. So now Kakuta's arm is just gone, is useless. So yeah, he's kind of running around limping, arms burnt to hell. So yeah, at this point here now, this is like where we get a little bit more as to what the hell this guy's power is, and I would kind of more liken him to Gremmy, the new Steroid from Bleach, the one who's fighting Kenpachi at the moment. It's kind of like that, but obviously a lesser version kind of thing, because not as much imagination into it. So yeah, anything he puts on that sticky note, it comes into reality in the context of what it's attached to. So, for example, Kakuta, when the guy chucked that clipboard at Kakuta, it was basically kind of like a medical chart, and on it he wrote a thing about, oh yeah, the person will burst into flames, second-degree burns, they won't heal for 4 weeks. So that's exactly what happened to Kakuta's arm. He basically got second-degree burns all over his arm, so they'll heal in about 4 weeks. So in theory, all the God would make him do is kind of write down miraculous healing on some sort of medical book, throw that at the guy, throw that at Kakuta, and then his arm will be back to normal. So in a sense, that's actually a really, really cool technique. So yeah, after this, obviously the battle between him and Jin, it took place in the worst possible venue that you could ever think of, a library. So yeah, Jin is basically surrounded by, he's just basically in a minefield. This guy, he can draw power from any book, and he's obviously calling himself a bibliophile, which sounds terrible, but basically just means he reads a lot of books. It's kind of close to pedophile, but yeah. But for books, basically, instead of children. So yeah, the guy, obviously he's read pretty much all those books there. He's left a load of minefields. Pretty much every book has a bloody sticky note in it. One thing that happened to Jin, obviously, is he stepped on one of the landmines, which is basically kind of like a book about, I think it was about dogs or something to do with that, because the second he stepped on that, I think it was a Doberman, just came out, bit him on the arm, and then obviously we got like a little animal cruelty moment right there where he just punched the dog in the head. And I know I really shouldn't laugh at that bit, but something about it just made me crack up really badly. It was kind of funny, even though it really is unethical to laugh at it, but still. So yeah, Jin, he basically can't touch any book that's there. He's got to kind of like walk on eggshells around, and that guy is kind of like on the other side of the bookshelf. You know, obviously just walking around all haha, gloating and everything like, yep, I am amazing, I've won, you can't defeat me in this place. But yeah, Jin, he still actually has Satoru's powers, so you know, he kind of like had a little bit of quick thinking, and used the power on the bookshelf next to him, seeing as how he knew he was on the other side, made the bookshelf collapse. And then we actually find out the downside to the guy's power. It works on anyone, including himself. So that's seriously, that is a really bad drawback. So yeah, basically a book ended up hitting him, and then some ninja popped out to try and stab him up. Good for him, obviously, that he knows every book in there, so he knows the exact book to use to counter it, which was in fact something, I don't even know what it was. It could have been like a thriller or something about murders, because either way, this like dude came out and just shot the ninja, which is like, whoa, what the hell is going on in this chapter? See, this chapter is just like a bit like, what the hell is happening here? So yeah, now he's obviously safe, and then he's just like obviously still doing more gloating and everything, ready to like, yep, Jin, you can't defeat me, I've got something which can defeat you now. And then he like hits a book, and then this giant snake or basilisk or whatever, either way, it's a bloody snake, giant snake, which came out of it, ready to obviously kill Jin. So how the hell do you fight someone who knows all the books in this place? Well, you hit him with something he hasn't seen before. Kakuta, he comes to the rescue here, hitting the dude with a swimsuit porno mag or whatever the hell it was. Either way, it was like an adults only book. So next thing, a bunch of swimsuit chicks pop out. and smother him up with their giant boobs, which obviously gives him the typical Japanese thing of bleeding nose. Oh my gosh, this is so great. And that there is where the chapter ends, with a nice little kind of sexy goddess shot. So yeah, this chapter here, the guy's power, I must admit, is kind of like a really, really interesting power. It's, you know, obviously for perverts, they would love this power. You know exactly what they'll be using it for. The same thing that happened at the end. But in a sense, it's actually really awesome, because all he has to do is just carry a book with him, you know, obviously preload it with stickers, and then he's got everything he needs. It's like Kaito's ability, but without the whole I need to have everything inside me already. He just carries one bloody book. So if in a sense like him and Kaito like work together, then Kaito could fill himself up with books. He can like line all the books with sticky notes, and they'll be like an ultimate combo. No one's gonna be able to touch him fully. So yeah, where this actual kind of arc is going at the moment is a bit like, what the hell is happening? I'm a bit confused, because obviously they're trying to like, they're probably gonna capture this dude now, get some information out of him as to where Owl Eyes is, and then obviously take everything from there. But the way it's going is just a bit like, what the feck is going on? This seems just so disjointed. But saying all that, just because of the guy's power, I actually did enjoy this chapter quite a bit. So yeah, that about ends it from this chapter. You know, there wasn't really too much to be saying other than this little kind of battle. But heck, what did you guys think of this chapter? You can let me know with your comments below. As usual, enjoy the video, give it a little thumbs up, helps out a lot, and don't forget to check out the other things to do on the channel. So I'll see you next time.